It's just breathing. That sounds so good.
Yeah. It's 91.
Dang, I've always wanted one of these.
And we got the
You can really hear this wheel. You're gonna have to flick the shit out of the car.
I don't think it's positive.
Oh shit!
This feels like I'm racing in a circle.
That's pretty good. Alright, so here it is, the 1320 Performance Tri-Y header. This is kind of the best header for the money that I kind of came across while doing some research online. Basically, what led me to this is I was looking up like old forums, like old school forums, like the early 2000s, late 2000s. There was a lot of information out there on B-Series motors. And what I found is that the Tri-Y header performed really well on the B-Series. It was like a good all-around performer. This, because you've got the 4-2-1, you've got the 4-to-1 design. That's talking about the primaries here. Like you can have 4 primaries just merge into one real quick, or the 4-2-1 actually merges 4 and 3 together. But this design is kind of unique here. I'll explain in a minute. But they did research, right, on the B-Series motors. This design here did really well. And here recently, I'm going to guess, like maybe the past 3 years, this company 1320 took that design and adapted it to the D-Series. So now they make that popular B-Series Tri-Y design. They started making it for the D-Series motor, which is pretty cool that they were helping out like the little guys, I guess. Or maybe they realized there's actually a bigger market for the D-Series guys than what people think. I mean, a lot of people have these single cam engines. Don't underestimate the crowd on these things. But so yeah, that's what led me to get this, because it's proven technology for the B-Series. So I was like, you know what? It's going to work just as well in the D-Series. It's, it's the same fire and order, same principles, behind it. So it would work really well behind this motor as well. So let's kind of just talk about what I noticed about 1320 and why I think it's a pretty good header for the money. This header was $300, and I got the optional adjustable test pipe for an extra $40 or $50. So I was thinking about getting a 41 header from Pace Setter, but I was reading reviews and it was missing bungs. This header has 2 bungs already in here, and it's got 2 more bungs at the backside. Not only that, but the test pipe has a bung. So there's no shortage of bungs and options to like place O2 sensors or your widebands. There's bungs everywhere. And they even have these caps to block them off whenever you're not using them. So the first thing I did, I was looking at the welds, because a lot of people base the quality off of like the welds. I'm like, yeah, they look really good, but I knew right away to check the inside. So I turned it around. I'm looking at the inside, and sure enough, they welded on the inside as well, which is really good. Right here, the joints wherever the pipe meets the flange, they put a bead in here. They ran it inside, but not only that, but they grinded it smooth. You see this right here? They did put a bead. There was a bead here, and then there's you can tell where they kind of grinded and did work in here to smooth it out. Actually, yeah, it goes about 1 inch in. You see how it's nice and slick back here, and right here it's kind of roughed up. You can tell they got some sort of I don't know. I'm going to say a Dremel, but I doubt it was a Dremel, but something like that. And they just kind of rounded it out, smoothed it out, took away any like deburred it, took away any rough edges and like bumps in the weld on the inside. So it's awesome that it's double welded, because if you look at like your eBay headers, it's welded out here, but not on the inside. All right. And looking down here, I noticed this step, and a lot of your headers, they won't have this step right here. And just for my take on this is they had to merge these two pipes together, but instead of doing like a butt connector and having a bead, a good solid bead will protrude on the inside as well as the outside. And I guess, that'll be a little bit of restriction, probably hardly anything, right? But it's something. But by doing this, by expanding this pipe, putting the joint and welding it here, the inner diameters are the same, merging from this pipe to this pipe. Since it's a slip fit, the inside ID does not change. So basically it's just a smooth transition from here to here. You're not losing any flow. I like the look of it, the idea of that. It just seems like it would do well. Let's see here. And I looked in here, and even on this side, I did notice here that this is not welded on the inside. But again, this is not as critical as the flange because that's going to see all the weights and all the heats is over here. So that's most important. But over here, it is only welded on the outside, not the inside. But I did notice that they also deburred this is called basically a collector. Whoops. From here to here, this is basically your collector. This is inside of your flange. And again, they went in here and deburred it, smooth it out. I would have liked to see a weld on this lip here, like they did on the flange, but it's just left kind of raw. But it is it's a larger diameter here. It's not as I don't know. I can see why they did it. And, like I already said, it's not as crucial as up there, but it would have been cool to see that too down here. I'm gonna go ahead and go outside. There's this crazy like a winter warning storm thing going on outside. It's like 33 degrees and dropping. It's supposed to get down to like 18, and everything's gonna be iced up and crazy. But before it freezes, I want to get outside, slap this header on, maybe fire it up the batteries and dead out in this cold weather, and just see how it looks under the hood. All right, here we are. The header's installed. There's a couple things I've done to this car since the last time it's been on camera. I guess I should kind of talk about it. I decided to put a new front end, new fenders, bumper, hood. That's the original SI grill. I need to clean that up. Because the old stuff was beat up. I had a lot of layers of paint on stuff. I want to clean this car up and make it look really good. I'm considering vinyl wrapping or just taking it to Mako and get like a $500 paint job. I got Yanaka motor mounts because again, I just did research and they were kind of the best for the money mount I basically saw out there. Had good reviews. A lot of people had good things to say about them. Your Hasport mounts, whatever, they could be $300-400. I'm just not. I don't care for spending that much money on this car. I've got more projects or other projects that I'm working on, so I can't just get the best of the best for everything. I just don't have the money for that. But I think Yanaka was a good kind of middle of the road option. I had to get new plug wires. One of my old ones kind of rotted, started misfiring. Let's see, what have I done? I painted the engine bay, the original Clover Green. That might be it. I did a video on doing the input shaft bearing. I put a center force clutch. I know not everyone probably watched that video. It's kind of boring. Yeah, I think that's just about it. Can't forget my fancy oil cap. That's the money maker right there. That is at least 15 horsepower minimum to the wheel. Plus it, cleans up the bay a little bit. But yeah, here is the 1320 header installed. They say that it doesn't interfere with the AC compressor whatsoever. If you do have AC, it's going to be right here. They say this is AC compatible because there are some headers on the market that aren't compatible with AC. Really, the only one I could think of is that crazy knockoff of the what is it? It's the pipes run to the driver's side and go this way. They do like this crazy loop. But yeah, this you don't gotta worry about that. This is completely AC compatible. Let's see here. Yeah, I really like the way it looks under the hood. The primaries are really, really big because I did have an eBay header and the primaries are not this large. And the stainless is thick. You can it's not gonna fall apart and crack or just wither away like eBay stuff would. A lot of this stuff on this car is eBay, but every once in a while I like to splurge and get something that's actually kind of decent. And yeah, that's what I did here, and I'm glad I did. I'm really happy with how this header looks. Like I said, it looks like it flows well. It's going to perform well. Yeah, that's the update for this car. 1320 header. I need to get the matching VMS wheels for the back. I guess I could update you on the GS. Not many people know I even have this car, but I did a crazy big brake kit on this car. Like, factory rotors are like maybe 11, 12 inches. I put a 15-inch rotor off of a Lexus RCF and a caliper. The factory caliper is a 2-piston, and again, it's like super tiny. This caliper is off of an LS460. It's a 4-piston giant. It's huge. The caliper's huge. That's off a Lexus LS460. So yeah, I think it came out really clean. These are 19-inch wheels, and it's just, yeah, it's a really tight fit. Right here, I had to get a Dremel and clean up the caliper here because it was touching the wheel. Now there's like 0.5 millimeter. There's a little bit of a gap now. It was touching right here. But now you can see, I was going to just shine my light through there, but the light is on my phone, so I can't. Yeah, I think it came out pretty cool. I need to paint it up, make it look good. I think I'm going to put Lexus decal or something on there. I should probably check. Oh, yeah, I haven't looked at this wheel since last night, since me and my buddy went kind of crazy on that roundabout, and the wheel looks okay. That curb it went up on was a really low profile curb. It was I called it a soft curb. It wasn't like a full blown 6-inch curb, so I don't see any damage. It looks good to me. It was fun. Even if it would have screwed up, it would have been worth it because that was fun. Anyways, I guess that's it for this video. It's freezing. It's cold. I'm ready to go inside and get warm. Hope everyone stays safe, stay indoors, stay off the roads if you don't have to be on the roads. Yeah, it's gonna get crazy. I'm in, somewhat southern. I'm outside of Houston. Screw it. I'm outside of Houston, Texas. It doesn't usually get this cold, so everyone's kind of freaking out. They're not really used to driving in this weather, and I think the pizza just rolled up. How is that messed up? Yeah, it's kind of messed up because people say stay off the road, and I'm here ordering pizza and having somebody deliver pizza. All right, yeah, let me go get that. Look at that. Nothing says Happy Valentine's like a rose and a heart-shaped pizza. All right, let me get this inside and get it to the family. Hope you like this video. See you in the next one. Later.